Greetings, family. This is Bomani, and welcome to our conference call for our Egypt Journey of a Lifetime, April 1st to the 13th. And let me. All right, so hopefully everyone can see me well, and the goal is to just share all the details of our upcoming Egypt journey, and then go through all the details as far as itinerary, overview, preparation, visas, flights, and all of the information that you need to just be clear on the journey. So yes, so family, this is our second Egypt journey. Last Egypt journey that we did was November of 2024, and the first time I went to Egypt was actually April of 2004, 2004. So as far as our Africa for Africans journey, some countries we have been just trying to get on the schedule as far as just based on my experience. But I've been traveling to Africa since 2004, Senegal being the first country in March of 2004, and then Egypt, April of 2004. So this date back to 22 years. And just of recently, we literally started thinking about the process of us going to Egypt and sharing our experience and just building a nice connection. So fortunately, this is our second wonderful group. The first time it was 16 of us. Now it is 18 of us. So using that as an option to just expand beyond the region that we love to go to, which most of the countries have, we do tourism or roots and culture tour to is West and East Africa. So trying to work on more schedules and do more exploration to North and Southern Africa. But the best part of Africa, honestly, is East and West Africa. From countries like Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya. But the goal is to give you a flow to around the African continent. So from Morocco to Egypt to Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, South Africa, back to Ghana, Togo, Benin, Senegal, Gambia, Liberia. It takes you around the entire African country, but we are limited on schedule. So the goal is always to put the best schedule together to give you the best of Africa. So that's what we have currently. And right now, in this time of April of 2026, looking forward to this being a great experience. So, want to make sure that we go through as much information with everyone as possible. So, what I would do is start with screen sharing. So the main thing I'm always trying to connect us with is to go to the website africafortheafricans.org and click on the Egypt link. So that's right here in the main menu, or you can just go here to the main page. So these are all of the articles: overview, itinerary, general terms, visa, and preparation, which I'll do my best to go through all of them, which I've done in the past. But the main thing today is itinerary. And before I even go through the itinerary, what I want to do is just click on the Egypt booking link. So everyone, I've sent you your Egypt tickets. So just want to make sure that everybody have their tickets, and if you have questions, you can reach out. But to confirm your details, you put in your booking reference number and your last name. So does anyone have any questions or issue with that information? And I'll find a general I'll find a general I guess flight number to show the details. So let me work on that. So you can unmute yourself. Does anyone have any questions with accessing this? And even more important, honestly, did everyone log into their booking information?
This is Doreen. I have not logged in.
That's very unfortunate. That's the main thing of the email. So everyone, please, just whenever you do bookings with anyone that you travel with, the email is one thing, but the active booking, whether it's on Delta.com or Egypt Air, is that's what you want to verify. Uh, and if there's mistakes or anything that's wrong, definitely communicate with me and I'll fight to fix it, from human errors to whether we're dealing with group booking. Mistakes do happen, but all of those things are fixable. So the sooner we know there's a mistake or issue, the sooner we can fix it. So that information I send via email is for you to literally confirm those details. So for those who are in front of a computer, you can literally just put in your reference number and your last name and just confirm that your ticket details are look good. And then you can also change from our information as your contact to your personal information. Uh, I'll put our personal information that way you won't be bothered with emails. But if you need to put emergency contacts or say special services, you can just do it through the this link. But if it doesn't work, then you have an option to call Egypt Air and tell them, hey, I need a wheelchair. I need a special meal. I need this. I need that. I need you to do this for me. And if it's painful, then I'll do my best to work with you on it. But just want to make sure that everybody has confirmed Egypt Air tickets. So it seemed like everybody received the email, but then that's the next step. And also, if you need to pay for seats because you want first class or you want economy comfort, if it won't allow you to select your seats, then you have to go through the process of calling Egypt Air and then do that process to them. But beyond that, when we all show up and we check in, then you can just let them know what seats you want based on seats that are available. But outside of like Delta and certain US airlines, everyone else just wants you to pay for seats and then they want you to work out this process. So when you travel with us on Delta Airlines, it just give you the option to change your seats or upgrade your seats. I mean, but that's Delta Airlines. They're just the best in the business. But everyone else do what they do because they're trying to basically make additional money by selling priority seats. But you do not have to pay for seats, but when you get there, they're assigning whatever seats are available. And everyone, once you pay for a ticket, you are guaranteed a seat unless they want a lawsuit. But outside of that, it's just a way for the airlines to just come up with all the things that they've come up with, extra bags, this and that. It's just rich people finding more ways to get richer. Um, so let me look at one of our tickets. And let me switch from this page so I don't have to have anyone information shown publicly. Another thing is just want everyone to literally just read the itinerary. I will make one or two adjustments to the itinerary, but honestly, at the same time, too, not much of honestly change. But the goal is always to just make sure you're clear on your flight schedule. So just confirming that everyone get a chance to look at the full itinerary so we can have a better conversation to see the flow of our literally day-to-day schedule, which when you look at it, it's like you probably wonder like how does these people figure out all this movement? It's a logistic operation, but you work with your team to put a schedule together where you leave from New York April 1st and get back there April 13th, and then you'd have literally covered the entire Nile Valley civilization. You're talking about from Cairo to Luxor to in between like Edfu and Kom Ombo to Aswan to Simbel. So if you've seen any movie on Egypt or look at the history of Egypt, we'd have literally covered all of it, including the new Egyptian Grand Museum, which is terrifying because you have one day. I mean, we literally have one day, but this is a museum where you can spend several days in, and I don't know how to figure that out, but we'll do our best to show you the best of the museum in one day. So on that one day, there's like nothing else like scheduled, so you can, and we hope we don't burn you up. Like you feel like you're in one building for like a whole day. But that's a new part of everyone Egypt schedule, like to go to this grand museum. And most people kind of like waited a little bit because they, to where to adjust the price and get it settled. But it is for anyone I've ever seen like the documentary of the Egyptian Grand Museum, it's the most impressive thing that we've ever seen, especially if you're like myself, like a museum lover, like history, culture, and I don't want to throw that on people, but it's a part of all the tours that we do. You travel with me, or we're doing roots and culture, and so you're gonna find a lot of information in the museum, and also you're gonna find it at the actual tour site. So that's one part I just want to confirm with everyone that we are going to the new Egyptian Grand Museum. All right, so I'm hoping that everybody got a chance to at least look at the itinerary. All right, so what our schedule is set to where if you have a connection flight, the best thing I would recommend for you to do is just do your best, please, to be able to get to Terminal 1 at JFK, I would say by 10 o'clock. The flight leave at 12:55. And the good thing is it's a direct flight, but if you need a connection flight, you still need help with that, we'll work that out and assist you. But I definitely want to make sure that everybody have a flight getting to New York early to where, say example, if you're flying on a Delta Airline flight, you'll be at Terminal 4. So now you have to actually go get your bags and you have to find a way to get back on the train and go to Terminal 1. If you're in JFK, New York area, or you're in this New York City area, um, you're in better position because you can just leave from Brooklyn, Queens, or wherever and drive to Terminal 1. Some people don't have that situation. So unfortunately, you just may have to just plan a little bit better. But I want to make sure that we all just get on that flight and be prepared. So once you get on a flight, you're just having a direct flight directly to Cairo. That's 10 hours. So this is where things get a little, and I want to make sure we clear it up. So the visa on arrival process is the only thing I need you to do because I want to make it easy for everyone as possible. Send an image of your passport. That's it. And then when you get there, the cost of the visa on arrival is $40, which we will collect when we get to the airport because that does make it just simpler. Just pay when you get there, which we'll collect, and we'll get you $40 and your passport. And your passport image would already been sent to our Egypt team on the ground to where they have everything organized. So once we land at 5:25 and the time keeps changing, so um I wish I could complain to the folks who do the Egypt Air flight schedule. I was like, you guys have like the worst flight schedule in the world. It's like the flight schedule are not consistent, but it's what we have to work with. So once we get there, we'll go to immigration/passport control, and we show. By then we'll have our Egypt team meet us to where they'll be able to process us to immigration to where your on arrival visa will be in place. And the goal also is to see if they can just get us an image where I can just send it to everyone. Last time we have the process done to where you just get a visa email. So I'm going to confirm that situation with them, but everything will be in the system based on your actual passport image. So if you have not sent me a passport image, please send it to me. That way by, all right, someone is unmuted. Do you have a question?
Yes, the booking uh thing that you sent. Do you have any idea what date you sent it in? Did you send it through WhatsApp?
What to add WhatsApp?
The booking app. Did you send it through WhatsApp?
No, what I was talking about is I sent all the tickets via email, and then I sent a image of your actual ticket on WhatsApp, but everything is via email. And so I've sent text message once I sent emails. And
Okay.
if anyone need anything resend, just send me a text message.
Okay, because I have to think because I'm looking through and I don't see the booking app that you sent through us for us to verify the Egypt airline tickets.
Yeah, it's an email. So the email, you would just click on in the email, you just click on the link, or you
Okay.
can, and you have your confirmation number both in the WhatsApp because and then also in the email. So if you literally just go to the same site right here, it's you go to egyptair.com and go to my booking.
Okay, I find it. I find it.
And then if you need anything resend, just resend it, and I will assist you. But yeah, everything was
You don't,
resent. So
I was
I
gonna say,
go
like you
ahead.
said,
Go ahead.
Bomani, I was gonna tell the young man that he doesn't have to find the email. Like you said, you just go to egyptair.com, www.egyptair.com. That's actually what I'm doing now as I'm listening to you speak. And so
Mhm.
I logged into egyptair.com and I put in my confirmation number and my last name and I can see everything.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, please do that. Honestly,
Hmm.
whenever I send information, I always send a text message or try to communicate. And but if like 2 months go by, you don't do those things, but I just do my best to communicate. But I want everybody to just be clear about these things. The most important thing is for everybody to confirm that they have a ticket and the ticket is correct and everything is good. If there's any mistakes or any errors, then we can still fix it because there's no perfect system. I'm sure there's always one or two things that maybe sometimes we do a group of 30, 40, but for the most part, these things are always perfect. But if everyone checks it, you're the last line of defense to make sure your stuff look good because you know your name and your date of birth. If there's something that was sent or typed wrong or whatever, then it could be fixed. But if no one checks those things, then you leave me to just be accountable for everything and yeah, but when you get information for your travel, you have to be the last person to confirm that this is correct and that everything looks good. So everything I do, I'm trying to get everyone to verify that their information is perfect.
Mhm.
So anyone that have not done that, just please just do that. And when you look in your email, just type in Egypt ticket or something Egypt, and it will come up.
Okay.
But yes, Freddie, I sent you 3 tickets, and I also sent 3 tickets to your WhatsApp.
Okay.
And
Oh,
those
that's
three
right.
tickets
Yeah.
on your
Okay.
WhatsApp all have the same confirmation number.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so let me switch back to itinerary. So that is definitely outbound. We depart at 12:55 p.m. April 1st. So everyone who needs connection flight, please work on that. And then now once we get to Egypt, I have most people passport. So that will be submitted the end of the month. So your visa on arrival could be worked on. And only thing you need to do is show up in the country. Naturally, you have your passport and then the $40 for us to pay for your arrival. And it's honestly that simple. There's an option for e-visas, an option for you to mail your passport into the Egypt embassy. But I'm just trying to find ways to just make it simple so we don't have to like confuse a bunch of people, especially if it's your first time applying for a visa and things like that. So I try to have as much options as possible. Um, and so once you land there, we clear passport control. Okay, so once you land in Egypt and you clear passport control, then the next thing is we have our Egypt staff that will escort us to baggage claim and make sure that you have all your bags and all of your belongings before we proceed. And once we confirm that, because if there's someone missing a bag or anything, then we need to just report it and or phone or anything before we move forward. So be mindful of your phone, your passport, all your belongings before we move. So the ideal thing is before we move from one step to the next to just confirm that everything is good. And and so then once we move to the bus, we get everything packed in the bus and let's get everyone on board. And then we just start our general introduction with our tour guide, our driver, while we make our way to this beautiful, wonderful, incredible hotel, um, Holiday Inn Cairo Stars. So once we moved to the hotel, and this is a sequence. Just bear with me. It was hard to figure out. Like a lot of stuff is hard to figure out because of their flight schedule. So normal check-in is 3 o'clock. I'm not saying that you're gonna wait till 3 o'clock to check in. I'm gonna do my best to get everybody checked in by noon. So what we do when we get to the hotel is we'll drop our bags, and if we need to use the restroom and just catch a little breather, we do that, and then we get everybody back on the bus, and then we take everyone to breakfast. So breakfast and dinner is included on every aspect of the tour, and then on the cruise ship is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So once we get you to breakfast and we just kind of hopefully everybody got a chance to like do your best to sleep on a plane. I hate to just tell you that. I'm sorry. I hate to even say that. Do your best to stay up all night long, and then when you get to the airport and you get on the flight, you're completely tired to where your body will just rest. No one wants to sleep on a something that's flying where it doesn't recline all the way. You can't just have your pillow to where you lay flat, but just do your best. That way, when you get there you have some level of energy. So we'll have breakfast, and then we're gonna take you on a basically a Cairo sightseeing city tour. So what we have for you is Cairo Towers, to where we take you up there, and then you'll be able to see all of Cairo, and we take you sightseeing around Cairo, and we'll burn off enough time to where once you get back to the hotel, you can check in. And if you need to sleep for a few hours, just sleep for a few hours. And trust me, I will make sure I come knock on your door. I'll wake you up and get you up so we can have our welcome dinner, which will be at the hotel, unless we find a nice place to have a welcome dinner. And that will be in the evening. So when we check you in, just rest, relax. If you want to go to the mall is right there by the hotel. If you want to do anything else, because I don't know if some people are going to be sleeping on the plane or some people are going to be wide up. But by 6 o'clock, we want everyone to just meet in the lobby to where we can meet for our welcome dinner. We just introduce everyone and we just all come together and just have a beautiful welcome dinner and just be ready for the rest of the schedule. So at that moment, you can just like work out what you want to work out. But the purpose of that is to get your body in a line to where you can just get ready to be up early in the morning the next few days because you're looking at a big time change. Looking at about 7 hour difference. But also the um the the City Star Mall is right there by the hotel. So if you want to get lunch there or if you want to get lunch at the hotel, you're more than open to just doing that. And just look out for your WhatsApp text. But the goal is to make sure that we get everybody to a call to their room or we look for everyone to where we can meet up for dinner. And we just enjoyed a beautiful night and just enjoy a beautiful time. And then now we just get ready for our complete Egypt tour, especially after you see the sightseeing tour. That kind of open you up because you'll be able to see like all of Cairo from the Cairo towers, and then you'll be able to just get a good introduction from driving around different parts of Cairo. So the next thing is day three, Friday, April 3rd. This is when the venture starts. So we're gonna take you to the museum that everyone have just always gone to, like during a period of time. All the great scholars and everything. Egyptian Museum of Antiquities. So the goal is to start out with that museum first, but I'm telling you, I don't want anyone thinking I'm gonna forget them going to the Grand Egyptian Museum. I would never do that to you. We're gonna make sure you get that museum, but this is like a good introduction, and also take you to Old Cairo and the Coptic Church. So a little bit more sightseeing. So that's museum and this ancient history of Cairo. And every night, what we have is dinner set up either at the hotel or we're gonna go out somewhere. If we can find somewhere nice to go out. But if you like feel burned out, a lot of times it's easier to arrange dinner at the hotel. So hopefully everyone is following me. Day four, Saturday, April 4th. All right, that is the Giza pyramids and the Great Sphinx and the desert safari. So if you're scared of riding on a camel or ATVs, let me know. I don't want to freak anybody out. That's honestly, but usually we just have this experience of in ATVs, like we're going back to the Mad Max days, and we're driving in the desert in ATVs, and this is like a great recording. And I'll show everybody the last recording of our last Egypt journey where we out in the desert, and it looked like a movie sequence. Um, Unfortunately, I couldn't show you like the recording of someone who drove an ATV that flipped over and they
Mm.
got out and made it seem like they were okay, but it's hard to record those things that fast, especially when those things happen. But the person was safe. So when you're driving these things, just be mindful of like turning too hard because you can flip over and we don't need anybody injured. But in case that happens, make sure you pay for travel insurance so we can take you to a hospital or something. But just be mindful in the desert of driving these things. And then as far as a camel, just take your time with the camel, and the camel is not gonna react to you, but don't be terrified. Just be cool, and the camel will be cool also. And if you don't want to do any of these things, you can just hang out on the bus, or you can just record or take pictures of us doing it. So I don't want to force anyone to do anything that they may feel terrified about doing. But uh, with the roots and culture journey, we just try to have as much adventure and experience as possible. So this is part of it. So you'll see all these incredible pyramids, the Great Sphinx, and camel ride, ATV all in one day. And the goal is to space everything out to where we're not cramming everything because I'm always one of them people like I be trying to slow the tour guide down. I'm like, yo, slow down. Like we're not in all this rush. Because when people put these schedules together, they put us in a rush where they're running you through like you're like a farm animal ready to get processed. And we're here to take pictures, have a good time, and ask a lot of questions. So the itinerary is probably different from other people itinerary where everything is just in pace where you have time, and then when you need to have lunch, you have lunch, and everything is not a rush. So the next thing is day five, Sunday, April 5th. It's a Sunday, so you're hoping that traffic is light and we can make our way back to the same exact area where we see the Great Pyramids, but this time we're going to be at the Grand Egyptian Museum. And both days, Saturday and Sunday, we should have a little extra time to where you can go to the shopping at Khan El Khalil. It's a big shopping area. And if you don't want to do any shopping, I would advise you because I'm staying on the bus. Especially when you have the little children pulling on you and and women walking around telling you give them money for milk or for their babies or whatever. I hate to say all of that, but that's part of what you're going to experience while you're shopping. People just I don't want to say like negative or bad things, but you're gonna have people that just while you're shopping, people gonna be asking you for donations or asking you for money or asking you to do certain things. I don't really know how to handle that, but I'll talk with our tour guide to give you a brief on the best way to just be focused while you're trying to shop. But you're gonna just that's just a part of I guess everywhere you go, you're gonna have people that I'm not gonna say scamming or whatever, but well, some people may be poor, some people may use it as a hustle where you're a tour, we're doing tourism, so some people work their way as begging for money from tourists, and some people make a great way of living from that. We don't know who's faking it or who really needs help. I can't make that decision, but it's a good hustle for some people. but just stay focused on what you're doing. But you're definitely gonna have a bunch of young children. I usually like, yo, shouldn't you be in school? And they're just you see young children and their parents put them up to this to go out there and harass tourists for money, and you see them before and after school. But I, in this situation, you're gonna be there on a weekend, so there's no school. But it's during the other times when you're in Egypt, you'll see children out when you're like, shouldn't you be in school? But it's one of those things. Egypt is just very interesting, but this one I want to be prepared. If you choose to give a child a donation, that's fine. If you choose to buy one of their, whatever they have, it's fine. But be mindful of people pulling on you and just like tell the children like, because no one wants to be around trying to shop and whatever, and someone you see a little small child that's pulling up on you and this and people know that children are adorable, so they'll use their children to go out there and just hustle you. But the main thing is the Grand Egyptian Museum is a big museum, so we'll get there early and then we'll break for lunch and then we do another part and then we just do some final shopping, then we make our way back to the hotel and have our last dinner in Cairo. And the goal is to do our best to just keep it at the hotel because the unfortunate thing is the next day you're gonna have to leave, check out at the hotel early, and I hate to do this to everyone. And I promise you, I was trying my best to find flight schedule, but this is not Kenya Airways or Air Tanzania. This is Egypt Air, and they have the wildest flight schedule. So they have us leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning. So that means you have to check out of the hotel at like 2:30. So once we finish our dinner the night before this, I guess do your best to pack, rest, and be ready to get up in the morning. So once we get to Luxor, we're gonna have a check-in to our luxury cruise ship. So before we check into our cruise ship, we have two incredible temples, which is Karnak and Luxor. So the goal is always to go to Karnak Temple first while doing some level of sightseeing in Luxor or city tour. And then once we finish, we'll go back to we'll go to the cruise ship and check in, have lunch. And then what we do from there on, once we finish lunch, then we do a tour of Luxor Temple. And then when we finish, we'll come back for dinner on the cruise ship. So this is the part that get real interested. You're literally gonna be on that cruise ship from for 4 nights. So that's gonna be a lunch. That's gonna be a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's a sequence. And in between, we have the Papyrus Museum, and we have city tour and trying to show you the best of Luxor. It's a beautiful city, and the cruise ship is called MS Mojito. So for those who like mojito, it's a cool name, but it's a beautiful ship where we upgraded from this to another ship because it has junior suites. So I was showing everyone on the group page the ship. It's been upgraded and been to renovation. So once you click on the link, you'll see all of the pictures of the ship in all of the cabins. So I'm hoping that everybody loved this experience because this is doing the opposite of what we did last year, or in November 2024, to where we went from Aswan to Luxor, which I don't like that route honestly because it's 3 nights. But this route give you more time and it's more sequenced and organized from Luxor to Aswan. And if you're not familiar with the Egypt map, just try to be familiar with where you're going so you're clear. Because I could name cities and locations, but if you're not if you don't have a flow of where everything is, it will confuse you. But want to let you know that it's basically from Cairo to Abu Simbel and back to Cairo. So do your research and just make sure you're clear. But want to make sure everybody have clicked on the links for the hotel and also for this cruise ship. So the next day, day seven, Tuesday, April 7th. This is where it gets a little rough. It may be very hot and dry. Just want to make sure everybody just kind of have a good breakfast, have lots of water, and be ready for the West Bank tour. So that's the Valley of the Kings, which is out there, deep out in the desert. And we have Queen Hatshepsut Temple. So we'll work it out to we visit all of those sites and get you back to the hotel to where you can the I guess the cruise ship hotel to where you can just be settled because once you get back we're gonna get ready to sail. So I'm still trying to get clear on the schedule. So it seems like once you leave in the morning, you do everything in the morning, and then you get back to where you're gonna have lunch, and then we sail. So I know it's a tight schedule, but just roll flow with us because the goal is to let you see as much as possible. Now, once a cruise ship sails in the afternoon, um, the next day we're gonna visit two temples, Edfu and Kom Ombo. So one is gonna be in the morning and one is gonna be in the afternoon. So you'll sail to where you get to Edfu in the morning, and then you'll come back on, have lunch, and then you sail some more, and then go to the next temple, and you get back on the cruise ship, and then you have dinner. And then the next night or day, you arrive in Aswan. So I'm
Well,
looking
Mr. Bomani,
at,
hello.
okay. Hey, greetings, Akubi.
Yes, I was going to come on sooner or later. You was telling them about the cruise ship right before we get to Aswan.
Yes.
Um, remember to tell them about the different guys. Don't be surprised they hear people singing and they wonder where the singing coming from, and they're going to be literally on boats following the ship selling. Remember the guys that were selling different things, and they would actually throw the things up to you. They would find whatever room you're in, and they're on the outside of the ship. It's very interesting. They have to wait to see that.
Yes. So while you're cruising, you may have merchants and throwing things on your ship and just telling you if you like this, take it and throw back whatever they send you with some money.
Right. A lot of nice things, towels and different things,
Yeah,
tables.
the only confusion I have is like, why would I need someone sailing along the ship I have when I get to land, I can buy the same thing. But that's just me. I don't ever want to knock anyone's hustle, but I would
Um,
almost say that you're in Egypt for all this time. Why would you need someone on a boat to sell you something? But that's part of their hustle. So I would almost say ignore them and wait till you get to land. That way you can physically deal with what you have to deal with, so you don't have to yell and you don't have to deal with. Because that to me that's just make no sense. But that's
don't forget a combination. I did both. I did a lot. So I'm saying it's very interesting. It's very funny too. When you tell them to wait, they will actually be able to find whatever room, like you on one side of the ship, they come on the other side of the ship, and you see them. They have to see it. That's all. They have to see the hustle.
yes,
They're great. They're good.
it's
They're
definitely a
really
good
good.
experience. And I'm gonna just
Mhm.
wrap this itinerary up. I just want to spend as much time, and I'm hoping that everybody's following me because everyone, family, you have access to this full information. And the only change I'll make is just one or two change, which is just usually it, and it's gonna be towards the end where I hope I don't confuse anyone.
I'll
Yes,
wait till you get to Aswan. That's my thing.
While we talk about Aswan, we'll be able to connect
That's my
with you
place.
in Aswan. And while we're in
Yes,
Aswan, we
that's
have
my
this
place.
incredible hotel, the Obelisk Hotel. But before we get there, we're gonna spend a full day in Aswan and the cruise ship. So the guides have this beautiful setup for us to be on felucca rides, to take us to the Philae Temple, the Temple of Philae, which is the last time Akubi was with us, we didn't get to go to. That's why I like the schedule right here because
Hmm.
you get to do this part that's not on the other schedule because you have one extra day.
Hmm. I wish they had more, but we know how that is. But they're gonna love it. It's
Yeah, I mean,
they will love it. They'll be my Aswan family. They will
and
love it.
trust me, I made sure that we spend more time in Aswan than before. So this would literally give us 3 nights there. And the hotel that you're staying on is literally on the Nile. So your cruise ship is on the Nile, and then once you get there and stay one night, then you have a short ride to your hotel. But once we get off the cruise ship on Friday, April 10th, we're gonna because check-in is always just later on. So the cruise ship you have to check out like in the morning. So we're gonna take you to the Nubian Museum, and then we're gonna bring you back to check into the Obelisk Hotel where you have lunch. And as soon as you finish lunch, don't go to your room. Don't do any other go or move around. Proceed to the bus or proceed to whatever we have set up to where we can take you to the Nubian village, which you're gonna be on a ship to go to the Nubian village. So as soon as you get out the actual hotel, the setup should be to where the boats is right there by that hotel, and I'll confirm that. But that's what we're doing. The goal is to make sure that you spend as much time in the Nubian village as possible. The biggest complaint that anyone will ever have in going on any Egypt tour is like, why don't we spend enough time in the Nubian village? I was like, I tell people I try to figure that out myself, but it's the setup that they have. I don't know if it's something where they just don't want you to see, but I made it best to where we can spend about 4 or 5 hours. So while you're there, if you want to do camel rides or if you just want to just socialize, and if you have school supplies, definitely bring it with you to the Nubian village and share it with the children. And then also Akuvi will be our special host and guest. Akuvi,
I should be.
this is where you just take over and it's uh basically give us a good introduction of Aswan and let us know what you be doing because you literally have family and friends at the Nubian village, and I'll be flowing with you to bring supplies, school supplies or anything we can offer, and then making sure we go to all of your associates shops and give them the best support, and then make sure we just socialize with them because this is people that you have built great relationships with, and I always want everyone to just be able to connect with people locally that's some of us know to where we just have a good connection. So Guide Okubi, I'll stop screen sharing here and you can talk and share about our experience in Aswan.
Mm. That's why. Well, I've been to Egypt. Oh boy, 2016, 2017, 2018. Then that was without Bomani. Then I went with Bomani the last trip, and hopefully, if everything go okay, because we have some, family issues and different things going. Hopefully, I'll be able to come. It's a good probability, but I'll get back with Bomani and talk about that. But the Nubians, they got about I think about 24 different villages and stuff. And if you know the history of Egypt and all this stuff, Egypt and Sudan was basically together at one time. So wait a minute, you all read. I mean, I've done research for years, so I know. So you all do it on your own if you're interested. Anyway, that's where you see a lot of your relatives. That's when you see more of our people there. I mean, you see them. I mean, the children and everything. It's totally different because the Nubians, they have their own language. Most of the Arabs don't speak it, but they have their own language as well as they speak Arabic also. And then you find a small minority speaks English. There's some that does. And they see at the school, there's several schools there in the particular area. We go into the largest village of the like 24. They have at the school, like the headmaster's brother Wally. He'll be teaching you all some basic, letters to the alphabets of the Nubian. He'll probably get some of you all to come up and volunteer, and you say your name, and then he's gonna write it in the Nubian on the chalkboard. It's very interesting. I'm not trying to tell you all a lot. You wait and see, because I don't want to spoil stuff. If you love hibiscus tea, there's always a lot of that you can find over in Aswan in the Nubian village. Like Cousin Bomani said, they got camel rides there. You'll be seeing people riding around, the camels. They always love to see us because very seldom to see our people because normally when folks go to Egypt, Aswan is never mentioned. It's never listed Even when we were on the cruise ship the last time, they had Aswan, they had Nubian village, and they had basically optional. So unless you know the history or you know anything about the Nubians, you wouldn't necessarily know. You see a few of the whites, they're going to be up there, and you see a few of the Chinese, but you don't see like a lot of our folks. I saw a few, but most of the time when you go, it's not the case because it's not really advertised and people don't know anything about it. What my body was saying before about the bargaining, that's everywhere. That's everywhere. So if you're good at bargaining, you won't have any problems. If you're not good at bargaining, get with people, get with some of the people that may be in your group, or basically get with Bomani, and he'll help you. If I'm around and stuff, I definitely will help you. Because again, I know a lot of the folks, and I've been knowing them basically all those years. If you like the henna, where the ladies put the henna on your hand and stuff like that. They do beautiful, beautiful designs. And the Nubian culture is separate, even though, they speak the Arabic and everything, they still, keeping their own culture and stuff. So a lot of the material, a lot of the outfits and stuff, when you start seeing it, it's different than the regular Egyptian type of garbs. And even certain colors and stuff that they use. So again, it's very interesting and you'll be able to buy some of the things. One of the things I've noticed a lot when people go and they go to Cairo, and I've been to all those places there multiple times and stuff, it's like you're going to see so many things that you lack, so many things that's fascinating. So, you're going to be buying a lot of stuff. So, most of the people I've been around throughout the years, they spend their money in Abu Simbel and all those places like that. By the time they get to the Nubian village, either they broke or they have very, very little. And that's when they really see a lot of, additional, things and they're not able to really support the local people, because like the Nubians, which are basically our folks and stuff, the government doesn't support them like they support the other groups, So I don't have to explain that. You all know that situation. If you don't know, you'll know. So that's why, when I go and stuff, I always make sure I have, extra and certain things that I want to get. And Bomani will tell you I bought things in every area and even throughout the years. But personally, I spend more, my money and stuff with the Nubians because I know they've been neglected and they're still being neglected throughout. So most of my money would go always to support and help them. Another thing, too, but wanted to say, but when Aswan, again, that's part of Aswan, but they're in a separate area. And you could go by the feluccas, which is, those are the small boats. You'll see them. So I always say Egypt is like, you living like in biblical times with a little bit of modernization. It's not, modernized like you would think automatically, like say you go to Ghana or some places like that. It's different. It has this old world. It's like you living back in the biblical times. A lot of, the ancient, the old, things and stuff, the old ruins and stuff. So it's not developed like you would think. Like I said, I don't want to tell you all, you'll see. Also, let me see, one of the other things is like most of the places and stuff, you can use your credit card in most places, but some places, but most places, cash, basically. And you change your money over to the Egyptian pound. And when we were there, it was like 50 Egyptian pounds to the dollar. So the dollar went, he was able to buy a lot of stuff. Like I said, a lot of stuff. I don't presently know the exchange rate. You all could go online and find out that. If you don't, one of the things I love immediately when I got basically in Aswan, even before I went to the Nubian village, I went to the ATM machine and I noticed, and they got the Forex machines too, you could change money over to in the banks also. Okay. So you just compare. So the Forex or the ATM normally would be better than directly trying to go in the bank. Don't even worry about that. And I hit reminded of something. You don't need, and that's one all the places and countries I've traveled to. You do not need your debit card or credit card, but mine will tell you to get money. You want to get money and stuff. You could just go ahead and make sure you have large bills, 50s and hundreds. That's more for your value in any of the countries. If you're going to use, small bills and stuff, you get a lower rate. That's obvious. Make sure you get your bills as new as possible, all denominations. Because even the little children, you come giving them an old dollar or something with a toe in, and you will see what happened. Those children got it down. They're not going to take it. And it makes sense because if you give it to them, how they going to go ahead and give it to the bank or whoever? So, common sense. So you take that 100 or you take that 50, or if you happen to be somebody that have 20s, I don't do that. I always have the large bills. You put it right there. Bomani will show you because I showed him when he saw me doing the carriage ride with one of the other sisters that came on the trip. He'll tell you and he'll show you if I'm not around. Just put the 100 or you put the 50 right there, and then the screen will come up and basically ask you the denomination, how you want the money. And then after that, they give it to you right there on the spot. And that's without your credit card, your debit card. And I haven't seen that in the States. Maybe it's around, but I'm just saying personally, I haven't seen it like that. And I haven't seen it in the other countries I've gone to, which has been 43 plus. So I have not seen that. So maybe it is somewhere, but I haven't seen it. So Babani will tell you more about it. And I'll let him continue because there's a lot of stuff, but you'll find out some of the stuff as you go.
Yes, Akuvi, I appreciate your energy. You're always very fruitful energy. You've been to Egypt more times than all of us, and that is always great to
Four
have
times.
you on the
Yeah.
call to share your experience. And just always want to appreciate you for this being an
Yeah.
influence of this. Always be on me, tell me that we need to spend more time in Aswan. And anyone who have been to Egypt, that's what you want to tell someone that, we need to just spend more time in Nubia,
Support
which
our people.
and
And they're going to be walking around doing different places, and people are going to be calling them, shouting out throughout Egypt. Depends on the various places. They will be calling you Nubia, Nubia, or my brother, my sister. But they definitely will say that because you when you go, you see all of y'all, most of y'all, if not all, you fit right in. And when you see me and stuff, I fit right on there. See, they calling me Nubian all the time. Even the people that were on Bomani's group the last time, I came a week before them. So for my body, when they were checking in, getting ready to go on the ship, my Nubian family, some of them were with me with my luggage for me to go on the ship. Because even though I had gone to Egypt 3 times, I've never been on the ship part, the cruise part. So I thought that would be an experience, and that's why I did it. So when I came, other than my cousin that went, one of the ladies that visited our church that came, and Bomani and his son and his dad, everybody else didn't know me, so they thought I was from there because I fit in so perfectly. And then when they heard me talking, they said, "Oh, okay, she's from the States, but she lived here sometime, but she living there, permanently or whatever." But I fit right in, so a lot of you all would fit in too, probably. And those
yes,
children, oh yeah, and also those children, when you get off the ship, and that's another thing. When you get off the ship, when he was saying about the children and stuff like that, I'm telling you, all of them gonna remember you. They're gonna see you all. So when you see get off that ship and see them, or you have to come out that size or whatever, don't be surprised. Some of them will follow you. They're gonna see you and everything. They're gonna come with all kind of stuff, and a lot of it may get. Well, I mean, I love it. I'm just saying, everybody got different personality. But you gonna see a lot of funny stuff. You gonna see a lot of crazy stuff. You gonna say, I mean, you just go. It's unbelievable. You just gonna see. Just be there and just go for the experience because it is a thrill of a lifetime, especially with Bomani.
I appreciate your Kuvi. Does anyone have any questions for Kuvi, especially talking about Aswan, Nubia? Just unmute yourself, and this is where we just before I get to the point where we just close out on the final itinerary schedule. So does anyone have any questions about what I've talked about as far as the schedule from basically at this point from Cairo to Luxor and Luxor to Aswan before I get to Abu Simbel and our departure and connection to get back to Cairo and return to JFK?
One question about Bomani. Okay. All right.
I agree.
I have one question about the big bills. So the young lady is stating that basically we should carry large bills with exchanges of the Egyptian money rather than your credit cards.
You can have the credit card basically as a backup if you think you need it, because some places do take it. But when you go in based in Africa or Ghana or whatever, it's places that they have credit cards. That's obvious. But most is the cash system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah, and then with the cash system again, the larger bills, that's the more value you're gonna get. Like presently Ghana, it's 11. They currency is called CDI, and that's an example. It's 11 CDs that went down. 1 year I was there. I think 2 years ago, year and a half, it was like 16 CDs for $1. Okay, so if you go ahead and you have the $100 bills, and you have the $50 bills, of course you're gonna get the better rate. And you come up there, people gonna look at you crazy if you come to any of these countries with like a dollar. Basically, give it a dollar or a handful of dollars or something costs $50, and you give them 5 singles. Folks gonna look really, really crazy. So a lot of people not gonna take it. And remember, whatever bills you have, make sure you get them new as possible. Don't get nothing with any writing on it, because sometimes in the bank they'll write on it or something. Don't get any bills or somebody wrote on it. If it's a tear on it, don't, because they're not gonna take it. Now, if you want to go ahead and I tell anybody, they don't want to listen to me, they want to go ahead and try it, go ahead. Good luck with that. Because when they come to somebody like me, because sometimes I have like some singles, but I tell you, past trips, not to Egypt, but other places, past trip, where people didn't put singles, like if you want to give a tip or something like that. And so some people didn't have any singles, and they wanted singles. So, but Bomani, tell you, he asked me, I think once or twice, basically to help somebody to bail somebody out, basically. Because normally I don't do that, because I go ahead and give them, say, 50 singles or 20 singles or whatever. I'm talking about somebody just giving a tip or something like that. Then what I'm going to have. And say, I was a Girl Scout, be prepared.
Okay.
So most of my money will be the large bills, but then I will have probably some singles, maybe 50 singles. Everybody's different because it depends on what you bring in. So everybody budget is different and everybody bring different things. The credit cards, hey, don't leave one without it. Oh, I have my credit cards with me, but very seldom I have to use it.
Okay,
I don't leave
question.
one without it. Go ahead, because I'm
Uh,
not in the country now. By the way, too, it's 11:32, but I'm willing to stay on the whole call, to the end. So you can ask me the question you want. I don't have no problem.
I got one more question about the money. Okay, what if you extend yourself for the money and you getting ready to leave the country? Do you have a hard time getting your United States money back from them?
No. Nobody. You can go ahead and change it back. You may get a lower value
Right.
because it's buy and sell. You may get a little lower value. Okay,
Okay,
and it
but
depends on how much say. If you got like, hey, say coins that they're not taking no coins. None of these
yeah, I
countries
know
don't
that.
want to take no coins. So if you
I know
full up
that.
with coins and stuff, no, you might as well give it to little children or something
Yeah,
like that, or use
yeah.
some for souvenirs. Sometimes I keep a few coins just to show people when I come back to States how the coins may look or how the
Okay.
dollars. Since I've been in the education system in New York, I'll show the kids, like, say, if I'm on I'm in when I was going to Togo, and they're under the French, so the CFA. And so back then they have changed their CFA over, but I'll have, like, say, 1,000 C. That's the denomination, 1,000, right? And the children are so funny. I have a laugh because they think it's $1,000. I said, I
Okay,
have a thousand.
so in other words, all I needed to know was once you say if you overbought yourself, when you're getting ready to leave, you don't have any problem getting your money back.
Right,
Exchanging your money back, exchanging your money back.
your paper money shouldn't
Right,
be a problem.
right,
Right.
okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. And most of the time, I know I'm always coming back, so I always keep some with me. That's just me. Certain countries, I'm always going back to. Like Ghana, I go like a lot, but mine to tell you. So anybody
Okay.
that happen to be going to Ghana or thinking about it, by the grace of God, they will see me when y'all go in June. Most
Okay.
deaf, because I'm
All
always
right.
there.
Okay. Now, one question for Bomani about the airline tickets. Those last three numbers on the confirmation number, is that considered your seat or what?
No, you don't have a seat right now. So if you want a seat, you can pay for a seat. You can call Egypt Air directly. If you can't log into your booking and select a seat and pay for it. So they don't. It's part of the ongoing scam with airlines where they literally just sell you a ticket and you pay for your own seats. And then even some airlines, you have two check bags that's allowed on this flight. But airlines are moving to where they sell you a ticket for the same price and they just remove certain things so they can make more money. And it's like we're all up to this be at a detriment to those situations. But international is a little better because at least you have two check bags. But
Mm-hmm.
international airlines want you to pay for your seats. If not, then when you get to check-in, they'll assign your seats. So basically, what they offer for those who want to select seats now, they give you an option to where you have a whole lot of options to select the seats that you want, and everybody else will get the seats that's remaining.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's popular with international airlines, especially outside of America, dealing with international travel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in other words, I have a ticket, and if I don't really select my seat, whatever's left over, that's what I'm going to get.
Yeah, so when you get the check, you find out what seats are available, and then you select those seats and communicate with the ticket agent. Unfortunately, that's just the change. I've seen things change from 22 years ago to now, where
Mm-hmm.
it's this they just do what they want to do, and unfortunately, they all agree to doing these things so they can just get over on everyone. But that's
Mm-hmm.
so that's what we always love about Delta Airlines. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, Delta
Yeah.
Airlines go everywhere to where you can just use Delta Airlines, and so. That's what we have to deal with Egypt Air at this moment. So anybody just literally just want to get their own seats, like right now, you can just always call me if you have an issue. But one thing I would do is just text you the number of the department to where you can call, and then they'll talk with you, and then you select your seat with them, and then you just pay for it directly. But you don't have to pay for seats if you don't want to. But if you
Mm-hmm.
as far as priority, like upfront now, you have to pay for it. Other than that, your seats are available 24 hours before the flight.
Okay, well, text me the number so I can call at least and find out what the situation is for us purchasing a seat.
That's no problem. And I'll post that in the group page because
Okay.
I already have one or two people that have done it already. So one person have told me that that worked out good for them. Just understand that you may have to be on the phone with them for a while. And again, family, this is not Delta Airlines. And
Mm-hmm.
wish everyone will operate. I'm here in Atlanta. I wish all other airlines in the entire international world would operate as Delta Airlines. But when you used to fly in Delta Airlines, you get spoiled with how perfect they
That's
operate
right.
and how
Mm-hmm.
they like do everything like the way an airline's supposed to operate.
Right.
From and just having a direct experience from being a customer to just working there. They just have it all figured out. But at the same time, too, they've been operating for over 100 years, and
Mm-hmm.
they know the right thing how to do everything. But other airlines is just they don't have as much revenue sharing, so they find ways to do what they do, and it works for them because they know that people are limited to travel. So I'll definitely
But
post the page. Go ahead.
oh, and that's the thing too. Like you said, it's definitely right because I'm definitely Team Delta number one. So he knows even in my situations was different than you all. I'm bypassing that. Egypt Air, I went on there the first three trips, and they're like most of the airlines where if you're trying to get miles or anything like that or points or whatever, you got a year. So if you don't travel in a year, whatever you got gone. So because of that, I lost like about maybe 30,000 miles, 20 to 30,000 miles. Egypt Air. Egypt Air is nice. There's nothing wrong with Egypt Air overall. But since that happened, Emirates is like that too. I've traveled Emirates to Dubai several times. But because of that, forget it. I stick with Delta that I've been with basically, for ages, and they're one of the ones with common sense. Their miles never expire. JetBlue miles and Southwest. American Airlines in 18 months, if you don't use it, of course, they take a portion out. But overall, the rest of them, forget it. And then with Egypt, they don't co-share. They're one of the ones don't co-share. I think they have only one airline they affiliate with. So at least, Delta I love too because they have partner airlines. So that's how, I get there when I get to Egypt, point blank. I go through, France or whatever, which I'm not a fan of France, but it's other ways. But that's for future reference for any of y'all.
Yes, sir.
And
Cool.
maybe a few $100 extra, but that goes to the territory. I want my miles. I want my points.
Yes, Aku, we appreciate you. And I'm going to wrap up the itinerary and then open things up for socialize a little bit more before I go into other things, which the other things that I would go through, honestly, is just is the link for videos and pictures and YouTube pages, which everyone has access to. So Once I open things up, we can just have a dialogue, and then we just do our best to just get everyone to introduce themselves and just talk and share because we don't want everyone just to be on mute and just listening because we're trying to get to know everyone that we're traveling with. So let's pick up where we left off at. So we left off where we enjoyed a day at the Nubian Museum and Nubian Village. And in between, we're checking into the Obelisk Hotel, which is right there on the Nile River, literally further down from where the cruise ship actually dock. So next day,
Mhm.
Saturday, April 11th, that's Aswan to Abu Simbel. Abu Simbel is like the greatest historical site in the entire world. And it's unfortunately, I would love for us to just fly there and fly back, but I don't want to keep on adding more costs to this trip. Right now we have it set to where we do a 3 to 4 hour drive to Abu Simbel out in the desert, and you'll see this great historical temple of Ramses II and
Mhm.
Queen Nefertari. And it is just I want to spend as much time as possible. So I made it to where we didn't have to because Akubi, remember last time we went to Abu Simbel and it was like you were like, okay, they rush us to the temples and then we skip all the shopping and then run us back to the bus. And then as soon as we got on the bus and went back to the ship, as soon as the last one of us got on the ship literally pulled off. So basically,
Yes. Yes.
wait, which they had to wait
It
for us.
was ridiculous. And he knows I'm a shopper. Oh yes.
So that was like, I was like, we can't do this. This is not even like.
Crazy.
So what we have is you get to Abu Simbel, you spend the time that you need to spend, and once you finish, you can take your time, enjoy your shopping, and then we'll make our way back to the hotel because now we don't have a cruise ship that's leaving with us. So the schedule has been rearranged, and then when you get back to the hotel, you just be able to relax, enjoy your dinner, and if you just say, hey, I want to go out to a horse and carriage ride, or I want to go out
Oh
to
yeah. Beautiful.
night energy in Aswan, you'll be able to do that.
Hmm. And drink a cane, with the sugar cane juice. Excellent.
So once we enjoy that day, the next day, let me try to my best to like work it. We're gonna make our way back to Cairo. So we're gonna be leaving from Aswan, and we're gonna be taking a flight back. So
Mhm.
in this adjustment of schedule, we're gonna be driving from Aswan to Luxor because
Mhm.
the it's the flight schedule is so insane. I don't know how they
Yeah.
operate this flight schedule. So they don't have night flights. They had a night flight, then they changed it, and then they put it back and they changed it. So I got like I got thrown off with the whole schedule of what Egypt Air was doing. So our flight will so we'll live drive to Luxor, which is where we came from, because they have night flights, and then we just get our way back to Cairo, and then once we get back to Cairo, we'll be able to just basically check into our flight. We'll be a little bit early, but that's not the worst thing, and we'll be able to just make our way back to JFK airport. So those are the logistic challenges of Egypt. As you can see, it's like a whole lot of movements. And this thing
Yes.
taken a whole lot of time to plan out and working with the staff that we have in Egypt. But this is a lot more organized than last time we spoke because I had to turn back around and make a bunch of adjustments because I was like, what y'all doing is just insane as far as y'all schedule. So work it out to where it's comfortable and for us to where we're not like moving around crazy. And I only have one early flight because that's what we have to do to get to Luxor. So, but at the same time too, when we're coming back, most people they'll leave from Aswan on an early flight, another 6 o'clock flight. But I'm like, we're there in the night, and we don't want to have to just come back from a long day of tour, eat dinner, rest for like 3 4 hours, then get back up at 2:30, and then get on a flight and then check into a hotel in Cairo. So people do schedules different, and trust me, if you look at everybody that have Egypt schedule, even though they may have done this like 50 times more than myself, this schedule is more organized than any of them can ever put together because I believe it's logistic flow and I believe in this. You have to think about the people that's traveling with you. Some of us are and some of us are younger, but no one wants to just be up 2 o'clock in the morning, having to just get up in the morning, get up because then you enjoy your dinner and trying to rest, and you may want to just go out to the whatever nightlife that they have at the hotel. So I just limited it to this one night where you have to just get back up early to get on a flight. So I schedule it to where you can enjoy your day in Aswan, and by about 2, 3 o'clock, we just get everyone set to where we just get them on the transportation and head to the airport. So that has been the adjustment as best as possible, and I'm looking through the schedule to find ways to make everything as more sequenced and organized and communicating with the people that we have there because I'm always complaining to them. I was like, we're not farm animals, you're not gonna take all of our money and just run us through and then process the next people. I was like, we want to enjoy an experience, so that's why everything is spaced out as best as possible. So a tour operator may say, well, since you guys are going to the Giza Plateau, you should do the Grand Egyptian Museum. You should do the Great Sphinx. You should do the pyramids, and this only take 2 hours. And I have to stop. I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. I was like, we're not coming to just be run around and rush through here and rush through there. So that's why the schedule is so spaced out because I fight with the people that we have there. I was like, what you guys are doing is not acceptable business. You guys are just trying to just get everybody's money and run them through a process. And people work hard for their money and they work hard to just get time off to where they need to enjoy an experience. And then you can't burn people out because next thing you know they're sleeping on time. All right. Anyone that want to speak, go ahead and speak, and I'll stop the screen sharing.
Yeah, they were terrible. Those two operators.
Yeah, so I'm always one of them people that's be on them, and they're like, "Where does this guy come from?" I was like, "I know business, and we've been doing this for a long time." And you may trick many people, but I force them to just make adjustments. But only,
Yeah,
only people that I can't fix or anything is Egypt Air. I
yeah.
need to like you guys need to have schedules like South African Airways and Kenya Airways and Air
Mhm,
which have or even better Ethiopian Airlines.
mhm.
So on that note, family, we went through the entire itinerary, which is the main thing, and I did my best to go through all of it as best as possible. It's up to you to take your time, click on the link, and look at the itinerary. Any adjustments on the itinerary? All right,
Who is that?
yeah. So the person muted. Um,
Yeah.
it's up to you to, I'll show you the link. It's up to you to click on the link and review the information. It's up to you to look at your ticket based on the email. And it's up to you to send me a text message or email and say, hey, I'm not clear on the visa on arrival. I'm not clear on the ticket information. Can you resend me my confirmation? I need to know certain things. But beyond that, the itinerary, the overview is right there on the site. So we're all busy and everything, but if you're going to spend this kind of money to travel, you want to look at these details. And again, for those who travel insurance is required, and if you don't want to do travel insurance, that's up to you. Your front door. No one will ever force you to do that. It's just that's right there on the general terms. You can click on the options for and the preparation to get it. And if you don't get it, that's literally fine. But do understand that any disruption of your trip, it's all on you.
Mm-hmm.
And, motion detected at your front door. And then the tickets are non-refundable, so you have to make your trip. And anything that happens, you can always call me, and I'll be in your corner to help you to work out anything. But understand that any adjustments is going to be at your cost. But we want to do our best to make sure that you're covered, work things out with you, and I'll always be with you and have your back. But I'm also limited as a person because I don't own any airlines, any hotel, any transportation company, and I'm always the one fighting with all of them. But there's only so much you can do when they have their rules, regulations, their there are long terms and conditions where you have to agree with it before you even pay for something, from the hotels, the transportation company, to definitely the airlines. And again, not everyone operates like Delta Airlines, but Delta Airlines were like, okay, you can't make this flight tomorrow. Well, we'll give you a credit for your flight, or if something happens, we'll give you a 100% refund.
Yeah.
Most
Be credit.
operate like them. That's why I love to. I wish everywhere we go in the entire world would be on a Delta Airlines flight with a Delta Airlines agreement, but
Hmm.
it's not possible. But on that note, family, let's open things up. So let me reach out to, let me see who we have here. All right, let me introduce some of the people that we have traveling with us. All right, so Angela Finn, Miss Finn, I'm trying to unmute you, and hopefully you can turn on your video. So while you're getting ready to turn on your video and unmute yourself, Angela Finn, are you up? Can you unmute yourself and turn on your video? Let me at least introduce you. And while you're working on that, does anyone have questions or want to talk about anything that we have covered, especially the itinerary, which is the most important thing? And the last thing I meant to mention to you, when you get back, you're gonna get back 10:30 in the morning on April 13th. So schedule your flight for an afternoon if you need a connection flight.
Can you hear me? This is Doreen.
Greetings, Doreen.
Did you mention what time we're supposed to meet at the gate? I know that the flight is at 12:55 when
Yes,
we.
go
Mhm.
back to the itinerary. So once you look at the itinerary, let me just get back up here. So day one, meet and greet at 11 a.m. at Egypt Air departure gate at JFK Airport Terminal 1. Flight departs at 12:55. So that's your meet and greet information right there. The day one on the itinerary.
Thank you.
All right, well, perfect. And also for everyone, from the meet and greet to, let me scroll down to the return. So day 13, Monday, April 13, our departure at 4:50 a.m. From Cairo to JFK. And then you get back to JFK, New York the same day at 10:25. So make sure you arrange your flight to leave in the afternoon, at least 2 to 3 hours later than that time, and you should be fine from there on.
Bomani,
Go ahead.
oh, this is Shauna. Did you send a link for the traveler's insurance?
All right, so let me get back to screen sharing. So, all right, so once I send everyone the email for the tour, it give you a link to where this is the page you go to. It's gonna pop up soon. So this is all of the Egypt information right here. So it's general terms and tour preparation. So let's go by let's do tour preparation, which I'll talk about more so on our next conference call. So both general terms and tour preparation, it give you this link right here. So 22, after tour does not offer travel insurance, but it can be purchased from an independent insurer. Alliance Insurance is one of the major companies in the world that offer travel insurance services. Click on their link to view or do your own research on getting travel insurance. No travel insurance is required for this tour, but it's up to you to get a policy. Outside of that, please be clear on our general term policy on cancellation and refund with Egypt Air tour details, and let's give you the link. So that's one option, but you don't have to use that option. It's just finding one company that's popular and then just giving you a link, and you can just take a look at it.
Okay.
And let me get back to the other one. So on general terms, and all of this, all those links is just what I usually recommend everyone read through, and I would never be on anyone to this, whether they breeze through it or don't, because it's not up to do that. It's up to individuals. So this is another. It say the same thing and just give you a link. So I try not to, be forceful on these things because I don't want to scare people, especially when they see cancel penalties and things like that.
Mhm.
Are in writing to where you could just, be clear on it. But again, I'll do my best to work with you on any situations because unfortunate situations happen, and we live in a world where you click on YouTube and it's like the algorithm just literally just try to terrify people to stay in their homes and
Mhm.
or they'll build them an underground bunker in their basement and never leave.
Good luck with that one.
But people tend to say like you're so fearless. I was like, well, since I was 18 years old, I left my parents' home and I've been all over the world and I just been working and doing business and just enjoying life and I have customers. I think the oldest customer I've had, I have a technology operation was like 90 something years old, and they always like give me like the best advice in life. They always tell me that, I was like, I like that you're young and vibrant, and you just like all over the place. It was like that's my greatest regret. That's what all of them tell me. There's like you,
See,
there's
you
like
see that?
there's like you've been to more places than I've ever been in my life, and you're like
That's
20
right.
old. And I was,
That's right.
and some of them was like they just so because some people you meet and they're in a wheelchair. Last guy I met, I was doing his video surveillance and setting up his ADT system, and he's just like, I always wanted to go to Africa, and I'm just like you, I'm an aircraft technician, and all I did was just work there for the airlines, and I just took care of my family, and I gave the airlines all of my energy, and I see that you obviously not that person. I was like, sometimes after a few years, sometimes I was telling people, I was like, you're not gonna work me to death. I'm gonna take some time off and go
That's right.
for life, enjoy my.
Mhm.
I'll apply for somebody else, but
Right.
it's like don't give the corporations everything. We all have to make a living, but it's like you work your flexibility and just So we encourage everyone to enjoy it because I've seen people with just a whole lot of money when they're 70, 80 years old, and
Thank you.
unfortunately can't spend it.
Mhm.
So
That's right.
yeah, point on this, but it's like let's enjoy our life and do the things we
True.
do while we're young and don't wait for retirement and don't wait for these people to convince you they're going to give you your 401k and your social security and your pension
Mhm.
and and all these things. I don't want to get too political on it, but yeah, let's enjoy our life and this
True.
venture that we do because I want to take a vacation and getaway also, and I don't want to be giving these people all my time. And sometimes you have to text
That's
them,
right.
work with like, I'm off, leave me alone. I'm not showing up today, and you got
That's right.
things out because I'm not here today, so this and or this just because everyone wants you to work for them like and work you to
Mhm.
where they want to kill you before you get your Social Security.
That's right.
Mhm.
It's a it's a
I sure did it.
it's a public conversation today where
That's right.
I talk to my young coworkers and people that
They
that
scared to leave.
uh, don't fall victim to the system because
Mhm.
they'll work you to
Mhm.
and it's like it's up to you to fall for it if you don't.
Thank you.
That's why they have airlines and they have transportation company. That's why they have days. That's why there's a place called Montego Bay, Jamaica, and a place called Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico,
That's right.
Brazil, and wherever you have, and they have vacations and getaway. Make sure you
That's
get
right.
tell people I was like, make sure you get your your paid time off and get away from everybody you work with.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just enjoy your life because
Right.
other than that, let them figure it out when you're gone. Like some people tell me, like, I can't leave because they need me. I was like, yeah, they all need all of us, but tell them later
That's
you got
right.
something out
I did it.
or hire some more people.
That's right.
Okay, ready to do it?
I did it often as I could.
Yes, go ahead. I don't want to get in. Yeah, I apologize
Go ahead, Bomani.
for that, but yeah, it's something that we have to tell our society because I have too many people
Right.
that they're like, I wish I was able to jet ski. I was like, well, you can't jet ski in a wheelchair.
Shoot. Good luck with that one.
Yeah, like jet ski, all that stuff, even parasailing and things that people see us. Like some of the videos that we have, like next to the videos I have in Ghana, we are literally going through a rainforest on canopy. You can't do that, on crutches.
That's right. Heck no.
Bomani.
Yes.
Hi, do you need, it's Adrian. Hi, do you need any shots for this trip?
No, don't need any shots for this trip. But if you're traveling to other parts of Africa, usually you need like yellow fever in East and West Africa.
Okay, thank you. See you soon.
Yes, Adrian, good to see you. Why are you always hiding your face? We like to see your beautiful smile. A sister from DC. Come on, you get a smile.
Let me see, I'm trying.
Here you go. Appreciate you and Angela for joining us in Tanzania. That was awesome, man. It felt like yesterday.
Yeah, sure enough.
Sure enough. It was the day before yesterday.
Angela, mate, though, do you want to show us your video? You have another beautiful smile also.
That's
not Bomani, they're in the traveling spirit now. We done let them loose.
Oh, that's what's up.
Okay. Hey.
I told them for years.
It's a new house. That's a new house.
No, this is the old house. I'm about to move to the new house.
Yes. You're having a good time in Jersey. Both of you in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not having a good time shoveling. I tell you that much.
No.
I'm in the warm weather.
That's like New York City, our stepchildren, New Jersey.
That's right. I left it. I'm not there.
We're about to get more snow tonight.
Oh no, Macklin.
Yeah.
I'm with 80 degrees.
Have fun. It's 53 degrees here. How are you in Georgia?
80 something.
Rub it in.
The steam.
Advising people, get a chance, come and retire in Georgia, and we'll get you a nice, beautiful luxury home to where it's 50% of the money you spend in New York and New Jersey.
Sounds good to me.
An application for the rest of life.
Is it the land in Africa too? Ghana.
Yes, well, perfect. So, you have any questions about your tickets? Your tickets are good. Do you have any?
Yeah, that info is good. Just send me that telephone number.
Right,
I'm gonna see. I don't want no repeats. I don't want to have to fight over the pushing my seat back.
Oh goodness.
That was crazy.
So perfect. Anybody you want to give an introduction or say anything before I get somebody else on, or share any information, especially since you have been out there in the international world of traveling, especially since so many people are terrified about traveling nowadays. And I don't know, there's some bad energy going on where so just trying to always just share information publicly, let people know that it's safe to travel international and this nothing else, turn off YouTube and don't watch TV or don't listen to the radio.
I would be more afraid to travel to the US at this point. But
For sure.
I mean, we went through the same thing when we went to Tanzania and it was fine. So Bomani is in touch with a lot of people that are actually in these places that we're going to travel to, and they're in constant communication. So if there's anything that would raise concern, he would know before any of us, and I'm sure he would share that. So I feel confident and safe going. I'm sure you'll all enjoy the trip.
Oh, absolutely. 'Cause,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Egypt trip we had was November of 2024. And a few people tell me, well, I'm not going because Israel and America is going to kick off World War III, and I'm still waiting for World War III. And Israel is right there, not too far from Egypt.
That's right.
It's like they came up with all kind of situations, and that never even happened. But
Mhm.
it's like, well, they've been doing what they were doing in Israel for a long time before I even started traveling. And whatever situations that they have, they do what they need to do. But it's like Egypt is an entity that protects their tourism, and they have tourism police, and they make sure that you're good. But it's like don't always expect that one situation leads to whatever. But just keep off YouTube. I try to tell them keep off YouTube because
Yeah. Travel safe in Egypt.
people on YouTube are trying to get views
Uh-huh.
and they're trying to distract and throw people off because they want views and they want people to tune into them. But America sells you a passport, and they make a lot. The State Department makes a lots of money from these passports.
That's right.
Think about $200
Mhm.
to millions of people that they have here. It's a bank for them,
Mhm.
and they have customers
Yeah. Get scammed.
that
There you go.
want you to come back,
Right.
welcome back to America, and they want you to go back to work and then get back out there on another vacation because it's all
Uh-huh.
paid money for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Better enjoy your business while you can. Better travel.
That's right.
It's just too short.
So let me see if I can get someone else on. All right, so Angela Finn, can you unmute yourself and turn your video on? Still waiting for you. While we're waiting for you, Glenda or anyone else, would you like to unmute yourself and share introduction or just talk about your excitement of joining us? Shashan, that wasn't with us the last time.
Mhm. I'm very excited. I can't wait.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and okay, perfect. We can see you. Look excited. Uh,
Yeah.
Go ahead. Don't be shy. We're not gonna bite you.
All the time to ask the questions.
Shashan, we can see you. You have to unmute yourself.
Mhm. Yes. 12:08 a.m.
See you, but we can't hear you. But your line is unmuted, but we can't hear you. And remember, everyone, you can see what we exactly see.
Yeah, boy.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Give them all this opportunity. It's 12:08 a.m. Yeah.
So, family, I don't want to keep everyone long, and if you have to go, definitely go. These things are not easy to just do. Sometimes in an hour, and we had a short delay earlier. So those who need to leave, leave. And I understand other people have arrangements, but I'm here to stay on the line with you, especially while I'm available to just talk to everyone. And we have more information to share, but definitely never want to hold anyone. Some people get upset with me because they're like, why do you need to have a 2 hour conference call? But if you're going to pay for this a journey like this, you'd want somebody to be available to talk to you and go over
That's
information.
right.
But
Mm-hmm.
uh, you would be surprised the amount of people that
That's true.
with me.
Yep.
That's right.
Why does it feel like
A lot of scammers.
a 2 hour conference call? I was like, you don't have to stay on there. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to do a conference call. You don't even have to even listen to the recording, but it's for the people who want me to be available. And you can always call me. No matter what I'm doing, I try my best to be available to talk with you and not rush you. But um, it's been a long day for myself, and I feel a little better now because I had people in and out here, and just I got in very late this morning, and I feel like I'm almost woken up now. but you can see my eyes. It's from the beginning of the call. But even then, I made sure that I was available.
Mm-hmm.
And so, family, let's as a matter of fact, let me select people. Ken, greetings, Ken. Can you come on? This I've known you for a while, and it's good to see you come back and connect with us.
Yeah, Bomani, can you hear me okay?
Yes, there you go. Hey, there you go. Are you at Atlanta Hawks game? Or
No, that was a picture. Yeah, I think I was at a Hawks game on that one. Yeah, I just picked whatever I had in my feed.
yeah, I remember. It, yeah, I remember some part of the arena. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
but yeah, just
yes, man.
exactly. I mean,
Good to see the flesh, man. Well, you went to the fountain of youth or something?
hey, I guess it's the
You're
good eating, I guess.
younger than we met like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But yeah, very excited, man. The support, the information, the website, always top notch. So like I said, I've been watching it for several years, from even before Cafe Ulu, and then, even after I've been back into my normal career for several years now. So it's that time to start taking some international trips, and I'm like I said, just very excited. Um, Hearing all the accounts from the previous trips is just building the excitement even more. So I just can't wait, and we're probably about to. I did take my ticket, and I'll probably do the passport or the passport on arrival. I was thinking about doing it with the Egyptian
On
embassy.
arrival.
I think I want to put that passport in the mail. So, but yeah, other than that, man, lovely. Looking forward to it. I think it's a beautiful itinerary. I am familiar with a lot of Egypt. I did some studies, and obviously after school and all that stuff, I've continued to study the history of Africa and
Good,
Aswan,
good, good.
Karnak,
Mhm.
and I'm
Good,
very excited
good.
to hear about and go to and spend as much money as possible at the Aswan village. So good, good. So I've already decided how I'm gonna pack my suitcases inside of each other so I can nest them and get plenty of stuff back. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to it. I can't wait for it, and it'll be the longest trip I've taken. It'll be my first over the Atlantic abroad trip, so that adds a little bit more excitement to it as well. Um, But just a little bit about myself. I'm in IT as well. I don't know if you know that or not, Bomani, but I've been in IT for the last 15 or so years, and now, like you said, you work so hard in the beginning of the IT career, giving everything
Mm-hmm.
to the player and working those holidays and weekends and coming in, being on
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. So now I've gotten
Ooh,
to a
yeah.
place where I can kind of enjoy it a little bit more.
Good,
I can days and plenty of PTO.
Oh yeah,
good, good.
absolutely. We have literally seen that in the field of been in as far as aircraft maintenance. They literally have people that's die on the job at 60, 70 years old because that's all they do is this work.
Mm.
I understand you love what you do and you feel like you're valuable to people, but you you, you're a number to them, and
That's right.
you're basically they're getting they're making money off every hour that you work, so they don't
Yeah.
mind you to the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
Carrier,
Yeah,
you just have the number, like you said. Once you croak over, it'll be the next man up. So
that's right.
you have
You
to,
can't be replaced.
understand and put yourself in the proper place, and they hold those things over your head. Like
Mm-hmm.
try to punish you for taking time away.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in a place now. God bless that. I don't have to worry about that type of issues right now. I'm pretty solid with it. So very
Good.
happy. It's happening at the right time.
It's
Yeah,
good.
man, appreciate you. And we do have the Grand Egyptian Museum based on your request because people, that's one of the biggest questions people have. Because we didn't, Akubi will tell you, we didn't get to go there last time because I don't know what really happened, but they were still trying to figure that out at Grand Egyptian Museum. But now it's all almost on everyone's schedule because the museum is completed and they have adjusted the rate because at one time they was trying to charge ridiculous amount of money and then they realized that okay, some people weren't even booking, so now they adjusted to where everybody's booking. So
Oh
now,
yeah.
Yeah, and they have worked out a lot of movements to where, it's more organized and easier to get there.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm telling all my friends, I'm making them jealous. Say, look, man, I'm going to Egypt. Like, oh my God, you're cruising up the Nile. Oh my God, so it's like, hey, I was like, man, put your money together, man. It's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? You
Charge
think
it.
money we spend on crap and stuff like that, all you gotta do is tighten your belt a little bit, and you can make it happen.
Yeah. Put on that plastic.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all. Charge it and keep moving.
Yeah, there you go. Traveling, 43 countries. I might have to. That's going to be my aspiration now. After that, gave me
13 African countries.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
I wanted Africa wanted to be my first abroad trip. So this is like making
That's
it
what I
dream.
did. That's what I did. Yes, that
So
was
this
great.
is your first time traveling to Africa?
Yeah, first time in Africa. Really, first time abroad, seriously across the Atlantic, and I wanted it to be like that because if I owe anything to anything, I owe it to Africa first.
Mm-hmm. Amen. That's right.
Yes, well, appreciate the energy, absolutely, and looking forward to connecting with you. And um, we are 45 days away, so hopefully everybody's prepared. And let me
Yeah,
see.
I do have to talk to you because I wanted for some educational things that I wanted to take along. So I'll hit you on the side about what I wanted to set up and take over there and see if I'm sure it'll be well received, but just want to make sure and get prepared because there may be some customs issues with it.
Oh yes, absolutely. We can you can always reach out and we just talk and work those things out ahead of time, and we just come up with a good game plan.
Yep, I'll hit you up sometime this week.
Okay, perfect. I'll look out for the call and the link. All right, so family, I can stick around for as long as individuals want to talk. So Angela, Finn, if you can hear me, unmute yourself and turn on your camera. And while we're doing that, Glenda, would you like to come on and introduce yourself or say anything or share any information?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm very excited about going on this trip. I was kind of leery, so I'm getting excited as I hear you all speak. My One of the things most I'm excited about is jewelry. I love jewelry, so I'm excited about jewelry. This is the first time I've taken a trip this long. My Dubai trip was like 11 days, so I'm excited. And anything else but money, I'll just speak to you offline. And I live in the Maryland, the DC area. So
Yeah, you
just
could
in
speak
case.
about yourself and your reason for going and things like that. Trying to just get us to get to know each other little by little.
I can't hear you. What did you say?
Yes, anything you want to share about yourself and trying to get us to know each other little by little. You can share about your career, your aspiration, want to go in, and just any things that you just need to accomplish while you're there.
I'm just going just for the experience, just a tour, just to say I've been there before. Um, I am a FOIA analyst, and if you don't know what that is, that's a Freedom of Information Act and Privacy Act disclosure analyst. So I protect third-party information. And I've been doing that for years. I feel like I want to retire. So that's it about me.
That was quick. That wasn't much. That was a little bit. That's all right. In due time.
Hey.
Get your energy. Some people have dropped off, which I do understand. People have things to do, but for those ones,
I'm gonna stay ready to the end, Bomani.
yes, Charlie, you wanna join with us?
Cousin Charlie. Cousin Charlie.
Hey, what's up?
Cousin Charlie, hey. Aquaba.
Yeah. All right.
Aquaba.
Aquaba. Welcome.
Yeah. You know where I'm at, so I don't even have to tell y'all.
Yeah, Ghana.
It's 12:20 a.m. and I'm still on the line. Yeah, I think I have some business. Oh, yeah. had to come.
Yeah, I'm just here. Just looking
Chilling.
forward looking forward for Egypt.
Again.
Yeah, no, that's my fur.
I didn't see you last time.
No, it's the wifey.
Oh yeah, you in Tanzania. Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
And
the
always
wifey
in
went,
Ghana,
yeah,
like me.
yeah,
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah.
the wife went to Egypt last
Tanzania,
week. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So last was Tanzania.
Mm-hmm. And Ghana
And
all the time.
now, yeah, I'm gone all the time. Yeah, looking forward for Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I will enjoy myself as I always enjoy myself in Africa.
Yeah.
My favorite continent.
Like me.
Yes. So that's just really that. Just looking forward to meet everyone and have a enjoyable trip. Basically that.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you say you're in Ghana?
Yes, I'm still here. I had to come up and take care of the business. It was like a last minute thing. I had to go and take. I tell you, I'm working on some projects.
Okay.
So I had to go up here and do some things. So I'll probably be another few weeks, and then I have to go back.
So
Then I have to
you
get
gonna,
stuff. Then I have to
you
get
gonna,
stuff ready. Yeah, because I'm supposed to be, hooking up and getting over there with you all. So I'm
okay, so
really,
you're
really
gonna,
trying for that. That's why I hadn't been back in touch
so,
with Bomani. Those things were
okay.
happening,
So you
and I
live
had to
in
take care
Ghana?
of stuff. So I still got to take care of that.
Or you
Because
live in Ghana
I'm
to
trying to be
Egypt?
good on my word, even
Okay.
though things happening, some illnesses, family stuff. But you know how that goes. They go with the
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
death of some people close to me. So a lot of stuff is happening. Illness in the family. So I had to use this time too to kind of get away to settle a little bit because a lot of stuff was
Okay.
happening all at once.
Okay.
And see, like I can
Yes.
rest here. I can rest here. And it's 80 something degrees. Cold weather's not my friend. Can't play that.
Oh, I still have a lot of snow on the ground. It's melting now.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Last time our car and stuff was all stuck up. Oh no.
And the worst
I couldn't take it.
and the worst thing in the hallway, there's like my garbage for the past 3 weeks haven't picked up.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, I should have a pickup tomorrow, but tomorrow is President Day, so there's no pickup tomorrow, so possible
Yeah,
Wednesday.
school is out too, midwinter
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
That's
So
another thing, midwinter break. Yeah.
yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, because they thought they was going to be out for that big snow the last time. I knew it wasn't because they have to have 180 days in the
Yeah.
calendar. And since they started, once we got basically Juneteenth, all these
Yeah,
other people came with the holidays and stuff too. You notice
no,
that. And that's why
yeah,
they did that.
but
So
a matter of fact,
180.
But as a matter of fact, they were off one day when in that snowstorm. They was off for the first day. Yeah, school didn't
Oh,
keep
they
for the
did
first day.
one day.
Yeah, one day. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Because I know they didn't want to do it because they have to make that 180 days. But now you got the Chinese holiday, you got the Indian, the Diwali. It's a lot of stuff. You got Eid for the Muslims, of course,
yeah,
Juneteenth. So that's what happened. Because it used to be like between 184 and 186 days, but now it's down to like 180.
yeah.
Yeah. But Westchester County, they're closing them in a little bit of snow and stuff. They're leaving. They're closed. Forget it. And the teachers that are in those areas, of course, we will know won't show. Forget the money, won't show.
Okay. Yep.
How's cousin Joy doing?
She's doing okay.
Well, tell her I miss her. I don't know what next trip she's coming on, but I miss her.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell her.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I heard, yeah, but Money said as of now, no more gala in May. It's going to be June because of your anniversary.
Yeah, June. Yeah, cause I messed it up last year.
Yeah, I know he always had based around like, oh, you messed and you
Yeah, I
still want to be
messed
able to
it up.
come
Yeah,
home. Yeah,
yeah, I
you
messed
want
it
to come
up.
home.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then what happens when the trip couldn't change, so
Yeah.
so yeah, it was messed up, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's all right. He changed it to June, and you know one thing,
I know,
especially when
yeah,
it
I
comes
know,
to
yeah,
Ghana.
yeah. Because what really happens in the
You'll be
tour,
seeing me.
the year before was June, so I wasn't even thinking, because we went out for our anniversary the year before. That was 24, because it was June in 24, so
It was
I
July.
wasn't even thinking. Yeah, it was
No, it's
July.
July because the teachers, because the teachers that
Right.
came there and act the fool.
That agreed that they would come and they needed a
Yeah,
July. And they
Oh
did.
yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. It
and
was
they
July,
messed up.
so I wasn't even thinking when last year when it was May. When it's close, so I said, oh,
It's which is
No,
yeah. I said,
the teachers
oh,
came and act the fool. You remember?
yeah, I remember, yeah.
and then
Act the fool. Yeah,
during May, they have the celebration where you have to keep the music down. So May didn't really work out.
Yeah,
because of the
yeah.
gods.
So
Yeah, the gods they act crazy doing homo wars. They act really crazy with all that loud music and everything.
doing
Yeah.
Juneteenth ended up being a perfect time for our connection back to the ancestral land. So
Okay.
June 10th to the 22nd, which covers all of Juneteenth. So that was a new date.
But guess what? So the Juneteenth, you all will be probably participating. You by that time you be in Cape Coast, because the one in Accra,
I mean,
Accra, the
entire.
same day y'all leave is the one in Accra, so y'all won't be for that one.
No, I mean you'll be Juneteenth will be the whole time in Accra towards Cape Coast, Elmina the entire time.
Yeah.
During the time of the parade, you all are not there. I was looking at the
And
schedule. Y'all in Cape Coast.
yeah, beyond any parade, just the dates itself.
The date itself, yeah.
Juneteenth,
Well,
which
if you go back to some of the YouTubes, people said that they saw me in the parade. they said they saw me. I was there with Ivy Prosper. You know Ivy Prosper, one of the what's it called the thing? Yeah, so I was there with a lot of folks up there. They said they saw me.
oh yeah, so just trying to schedule the time to just commemorate between what America has Juneteenth in
Yeah, yeah,
African country, Ghana.
yeah, yeah.
Just
Okay.
fresh schedule that's created based on that celebration, so people could, so just trying to work those things out. So the Juneteenth days work from June 10th to the 22nd to cover the entire time frame you're physically in the ancestral land.
Yeah,
Yes,
true.
good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
You just create these schedules to just work that out. And it just and May was for Africa Liberation or Africa Day, which was May 25th. But
Yeah, all that changed
so yeah, so that's
back in the day.
schedule and just trying to work things out. But nevertheless, family, appreciate everybody joining us.
Okay.
It's our close.
Have you talked to Jaw Face? Jaw Face?
Yes, he's wonderful, doing well. But let me work on
Time I asked about him.
let me work on closing the call out. We can still talk.
Okay. Okay.
We've gone over a certain time, but appreciate everyone joining us. The most important
Okay.
to go over was the visa, the also the full itinerary, which I'm letting everyone know that all those things are on the website to review, and emails have been sent to review information. So it's up to everyone to check out the emails, communicate with me so that they're clear and ready. And next month is our last conference where we final journey. But in so just let me the recording and on the top.
Okay, no problem. All right.
I'm just ending the recording. So family, appreciate joining the conference, and all information will be posted on the group page.